Dakar Rally, the toughest race in the world? If that is not enough of a challenge, why not do it without a service team? Like they did it when Paris Dakar Rally started in 1978. I had the privilege to meet up and talk to Vasilis Boudros right after he came home to Greece after finishing Dakar Rally in Malle Moto or Motul Original class. So welcome to Part-Time Nomad podcast, and I'm your host Einar, and let's start the episode. Welcome Vasilis, thank you for joining me. It's a big honor to have you here because you're straight from the airport, basically straight from Dakar.
Yeah, actually, yes.
And we have the medal here for finishing. Congrats on that
Thanks,
you finished.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
It's the toughest race in the world, right?
Yeah, actually, at the moment, there is nothing else to beat that. It's like 2 weeks of racing and thousands and thousands of kilometers, unhosted kilometers.
How does it feel to finish it?
It was the third time, to be honest. So this year it was a little bit more, let's say, organized or under plan.
Yeah.
Ideally plan. You can never plan.
Yeah.
You never know what they will throw you in and how you have to face it. But it went really smooth. There were no injuries. There were no heavy bad moments that will take you out of track.
Yeah.
So it was let's say a nice clean race of 8,000 kilometers. So yeah, so it went really good. I'm really happy. I'm back, not really full of energy, but in one piece with no pain, and this is already amazing.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it sounds like really tough. But going back to your roots of riding, obviously, how do you usually ride?
Fortunately or unfortunately, depending which point of view you are having, I'm privileged enough to ride a lot. Like my company is, we're specialized on enduro trips, and
we have that in the background, right?
Yeah. Some of them they are a little bit more hard, some of them they are a little bit more touristic. So I tend to spend a lot of hours on the saddle. So riding is not really a problem for me and stuff. More has to do with the condition, like the physical condition, which I don't have enough time to prepare myself, and what is throwing in the game. Like we had sand dunes, we had rain, we had a lot of crazy special stages. This is the mix and match, which is always make it interesting. The salt and pepper, you know.
Yeah. So before returning more back in time, what did you do before Dakar? For someone listening and watching, what would be the route? Basically, you had your own route, and it'd be great to hear it.
I know what you mean. No, let's make a small. Let's open a scope and let's go back to 2006, give or take. That I started doing adventure traveling, pretty much what you do, exploring places and stuff with an moderate old 1100 GS, and we were just exploring. We're a company of 8 people playing here, playing there, doing this, but then the needs or the adrenaline to pump it were needed more. So with a big bike it was not that easy back in the days. So I borrowed a small bike from a friend of mine, just to try that. He had this bike, just to try to see the feeling. We did a couple of rides, and I was like, "Wow, this is unique feeling."
Did you ever think in that time that you would ever compete in the car?
No. I will tell you. I will go you fast forward there. So, 2007, end of 2007, it was one let's say race, but let's put slash friendly race.
Yeah.
It was not really a race, it was a gathering. So it was the first chance that I had to play with time and see what is going on and navigation and stuff. Then we did, we were a company of 3. We did 2 years non-stop this game. Yeah. Let's say, they have a same thing in Italy, kind of say. You're doing navigation, but in enduro trails.
Okay.
It's a little bit more complicated.
Is that similar to like the paper? Did you do it like the paper?
Paper road book, directions, taco, speedo, everything.
Yeah.
But you're doing it on trail, so that means you don't have big speeds. You don't have like, let's say, open traffic or stuff like this.
Yeah.
So this was one of the things that introduced me more and more to this navigation game, or you wanted to explore and do more. Then after 3 years of that, like in 2010, I took the decision, also financially and let's say it was fitting to the moment, to race on a big rally, like on it was 4 or 5 days rallies.
Which one was it?
It was Hellas Rally.
Okay.
And then that was it. Then I was breathing, working, living just to make money, to produce time and get better for doing this stuff. So for sure, when you start doing rally, everybody, there is one goal, the poster on the wall is Dakar, but it was too far away. So, you know, you were doing a little bit bigger rally outside, a little bit international here and there. And then 2017, it snapped in your brain, and I said, okay, I want to do this one. I want to do.
You felt ready, yeah, like to.
I felt that I'm in a good situation to start talking about it, how it's possible to do it. Then it took 2 years. Then I found a bike. I bought a bike. Then I was waiting 1 year. Then we start the pre-race that you need to do to get the qualification races. And first of all, also the funds, because the first time that I did rally, it was all of them paid by my pocket. So then you did all the pre-maths, let's say, till you reach the point that you are saying, okay, let's go, I'm accepted, let's do it.
How many races do you have to do? Because
you need to do 1 or 2 minimum from the World Championship.
Okay.
And this can be Abu Dhabi, can be Morocco, can be South Africa, depends.
Is Hellas in the...
No. You need to do races from the World Championship calendar.
Okay.
This is also really interesting because for the people that they're seeing as they are really, really expensive and long races. You need to go, let's say, for almost 2 weeks in Morocco.
Yeah.
It's not so easy. Or you need to go for 10 days in Spain to race a Baja.
Yeah.
It's quite complicated.
Yeah, and you know, like that was the 17. Was 17 the first rally?
No, this was the procedure of starting to get like more important rallies and stuff. It started 2021.
Was the Dakar, yeah, for you?
Yes,
the first time?
It was the process of getting selected for the Dakar.
Okay, yeah, so it's quite a while, yeah, it's not so easy. That, you have to, it's like 4 years nearly from 17, yeah, it's like 3-4 years to...
Yes, you need to build up because I want people just to know, and our audience, it's like you're not waking up tomorrow and you're saying, hey, I want to race Dakar.
I'm ready, yeah.
Yeah, or I'm ready, and then you say, yeah, where have you been all this time? Come. It's not like this. They're putting you like on the scope, and they're examining you like, are you good enough?
Yeah.
Are you qualified to...
So you don't die basically like from the silliness
of
someone like me, like just I'm just gonna
so
do it
hard,
tomorrow.
But yes.
Yeah, and so you done the first year with a service team, right?
Yes, it was already extreme as an idea and as a thought, because I did all the pre-racing without a team, because I knew how to manage the bikes. We're managing so many bikes here. And the second race that I did, because I did the first Baja in Andalusia, it went okay, and then they asked us a desert race. And I said, okay, I will do it. Actually, I sent my stuff with a team, but I was doing all the mechanics alone. And after, it was 7 days plus prologue. After 2-3 days, I was feeling so tired, so exhausted, and I was like, man, this is just half of what is the Dakar. So I got a little bit, not terrified, I would go more to scared.
Yeah.
And I just said, okay, I will do it with a team. to at least to know if I'm just exhausted,
Yeah.
I will be able to cope and keep up with the challenges. So that was the reason that I did it with the team the first year.
Yeah.
And then I realized that it was a good choice because I was getting exhausted. It was really tough.
Yeah.
But I was also getting really intrigued by the guys that I was seeing in the special arena that they have, that they're doing everything on their own.
Yeah, the originals, Malle Moto. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, like when you done your first Dakar, like, or any of the like these three events you done, basically, did you see, like, is there people who are like first year and just goes for Malle Moto and rides and survives?
There are a lot of people that they are going first year for Malle Moto, but they are doing it mostly for economical reasons, and secondly for ideology reasons. I would love to know, to honestly know that they are doing straight ideology, but it's quite hard.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like a lot of people is using it as a stepping stone. You know, I'm going to Malle Moto,
and then
team to be able to perform.
Okay.
It depends. There is a different perspective, different point of view of how you want to do it and how you want to feel.
Would you say, like, you done Malle Moto now, and
yes, I've
like
done
how much harder it is to?
It is.
Yeah.
It's realistic. I'm not saying you're romantic as that. It's realistic harder.
Yeah.
Because imagine, I will tell you a short story. I don't know also the time that we have. After we did the first Dakar with a team, I said I would never ever do it again. This is like, it's like I was so exhausted, so fed up, so I didn't ride a motorcycle for 2.5 months after. Like I didn't want to see like bike, like motorcycle, nothing. And then it's like a drug, really. It's flowing inside you, because then the time passed and I was like, maybe we can do this challenge again, maybe, but let's do it on because this is masochism. Let's do it on a little bit
difficult,
more difficult. Like it was nice seeing them like struggle. So I'm coming back to your question. Is much more different and much less not demanding. You have much less time to think.
Yeah.
Because there is such a tight schedule that you need to put yourself into, that let's say the most important things in the world for 2 weeks, almost 3, is just eat, sleep, go toilet, and like if your bike is running good. Like you're so in such a basic functions, like you don't care what is happening. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what time it is. You know, you only care the time. You only care about what time you start the next day to put the alarm. Absolutely nothing else. Literally, you finish your job. Yes, food, toilet, bed. So this is amazing. And this one with a team, you don't have that. With a team, you're back to the position of a rider. Guys, I brought you back the bike. Thank you. See you tomorrow morning.
You put the keys,
It's like going in a parking, or you're going for washing. Hey guys, I brought you the car. Bye bye. So it's the same. You don't have the anxiety. You don't have to. You bring the bike like bombed, destroyed, and you know next day in the morning the bike will be shiny, cleaned, and perfect, and you don't care. You just drive again.
But like when you're Malle Moto, you kind of like you just do the most important things, right? You don't like make it perfect.
No. You
just keep it running.
The thing which I said it also this year, which we had a friend from South Africa, and I said like, hey man, the only thing that I'm really jealous every morning is like how shiny is your bike and clean and everything, because you only care to do the maintenance, the necessary things. And then you take care a little bit yourself, like physio or shower or nice shower if you find a hot water, and then just bed. Sleep is healing everything. So that's what you need, and that's what you miss. Like you miss sleep, and that's about it.
So the day for like riding with the service team, how does the day look like with riding with the service team? So you wake up at
Service team, you wake up like pretty much 40 minutes before your start.
yeah.
You go, they bring your breakfast. If it's a big team, if not, you go take breakfast. They have your bike ready, already warmed up, already with the winter gear. You jump up and
You go, and then you like the days are like long, but they're usually like what time? What is the riding time usually?
Okay, let's say the people need to know that the first rider, it always starts the special stage with the first light. So depending the transfer liaison that we need to do, it's the starting time before. Let's say a good guideline for the people to know in our audience is like around 4:45,
Yeah.
pretty much every day the first bike set off.
Yeah.
So that's mean the 4:45 is equal to 3:30 waking up.
Yeah. And then there's obviously before that there is liaison, to get to the starting point, and that can be long as well. Yeah, that can be like few hours sometimes. Or
We have like this year we had liaisons from 60 kilometers till 500 kilometers.
in the morning. So you wake up at 2 nearly.
We had this year we had the liaison of 535 kilometers. We woke up at 4-ish.
Yeah.
And we set off because I was like mid-range. We set off at 6:30, and we start the special at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, so it's quite a time. So the first one starts at the first light, yeah. And
Yes.
And then there's like if you're somewhere in the middle, then you have a bit more time to
Yes,
sleep.
the first light in the special.
Yeah.
So the liaison you're doing at night.
Yeah. You ride in at
It's
night.
crazy, but yeah, they don't really care.
Yeah. And then you come back, like basically, like you do like the special stage. Maybe another. Is there another liaison?
Yes,
Yeah, usually
pretty
like
much
somewhere
always.
to get to the camp, and with the team, you just you basically like you said, you leave the key.
Yeah,
Go
you're
eat.
coming.
Now is it all digital? Yeah.
Yes, the roadbook is digital, everything, and the systems, the tracking system is like beep beep, and they go to everything from the bike.
But on 2021 that was still
It was
paper.
paper, yes, I loved it.
Did was you still able to like, or that was the time when you had to?
You had 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The pro guys, they were just looking at really fast and they were marking some stuff. I was just putting it on the roadbook, and that was it. I needed, from the stress, you needed like 6-7 minutes to put it nicely.
Yeah. So marking, like when they mark the roadbook, they basically like they mark out with the color, so it's easier to see. Yeah.
Yes.
So basically the same thing, but just with the color easy.
Yeah,
visually.
they use a color that there is a color code that is mean like near tulips or danger or speed limits or like tulips that you don't need, confirmation tulips, and they were using the colors to just have a fast connecting tulips, okay, next one, or speed limits, be aware, stuff like this.
And now with digital, like it's black and white pretty much, or they're marked with like color or.
No, they have color notes.
Yeah.
If it's a danger or if it's speed limit or if there is a new note or modification, there is all written on the screen.
Yeah, and which one did you prefer?
This is a really tough question because I love the traditional roadbook, but it's getting so much easier, the digital era, that I will say digital.
Yeah, but you still have to roll it with your hand. Yeah, it doesn't doesn't auto roll.
No.
Just you have to roll it. Yeah, with the switch with the buttons. Yeah, basically going down,
and corrections. You still need to do the corrections if you miss the waypoint. Get lost or miss the waypoint. Yeah.
How is it like? How often does it happen to miss a waypoint actually?
If you are realistically, if you're top 20, you need to search.
Yeah.
You need to search. Like after top 30, top 40, you just follow lines.
Yeah.
Even if there is a mess with the waypoint, you see done a lot of light searching, so all of a sudden it just pop-ups here. Oh, okay, where's the waypoint? Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine, but even if we're saying to the people that is easy, I managed this year to lost one waypoint.
Yeah.
I still don't know where I lost it, so.
And you didn't find it, yeah, in the end? Yeah?
No, I figured it out. The problem is that when you lose it, you don't really realizing it the moment. Because
when you lost it, yeah.
When you lost it, because you're on the passion of the race, you immediately realizing it on the next one.
Yeah.
So there is a tough decision tough. No, it's not life and death, but there is a decision that you need to take. Am I going back? I don't know, 3, 4, 5 kilometers, you name it. It depends.
Yeah.
To search it, or I'm taking 15 minutes penalty, and bye bye.
Yeah. 15, yeah.
It depends. The normal waypoints is 15. If it's secret, you take 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it's sometimes you say, nah, okay.
You just go, yeah.
Yeah, just go. Because if I'm doing 10 kilometers back and forth, it's already a quarter.
Yeah. You still, you'll have the same time, and but people are coming forward you as well, like that. Yeah.
Plus,
cars and everything.
Plus, you see a lot of people.
Yeah.
Coming towards you.
Yeah, and comparing now to Malle Moto, like returning to Malle Moto, how does the day look like now?
Okay, so you already have a.
Actually, we could start with the preparation. Like how do you prepare?
Let's make it easy for the audience. You already have the image of how a factory with a team is going on.
Yeah.
Now, you add things like, let's keep it as we said it, but when you wake up, you need to pack all your stuff.
Yeah.
You need to close your tent, pack all your stuff, put it in the boxes, and then you start the procedure of going breakfast, toilet, blah, blah, blah.
And the boxes are taken with the organizer?
Yes, the boxes is taken by the organizer, but you need to pack everything.
Yeah.
You need to fix your bike. You need to put your winter gear on the bike. You need to have your winter gear ready. You need to charge your airbag. It's like, it's you.
Airbag is mandatory, yeah, now?
Yes, it's mandatory, and it's only at the moment, I think there are only 2 companies that they're making
compliable, yeah, for Dakar.
Yes, because you need to have 2 consecutive exposures or crash that they can cover. There are also some protos that they are been testing this year, but I cannot say the brand.
Okay, yeah. So, and the airbag is basically, it's like a vest or it's like a jacket?
No, the ones that we're wearing is like a normal body armor, integrated with the inflated vest.
Silly question, but did it go off?
Yeah. I got it off like, how many times was this year? I think 5.
Okay, but that's with the fall, or do they ever go off?
Yeah, no, it was a fall. Mostly, thank God I had only like damage-free or stupid mini falls, but they go off with when they realize specific change of G forces.
Okay, that's quite smart. That's quite advanced.
Yeah, there is a processor and some sensors that they realize. That
you're like going the opposite direction,
because when you fall slow, it doesn't open. And this year it was really fun because I had a stoppie on a dune, and I did like this dancing thing. I was vertical, and it didn't open. And then the moment that I was vertical, my G changed, and then it opened. Yes, actually, because I went over handlebars.
Yeah.
But it was like in slow-mo fast version. And it was really fast. I said, like that, don't open. Boof. It was...
And then like when it opens, you have to kind of like...
No. The new models, they deflate themselves after 2 minutes.
Okay, so you can just grab your bike and continue going.
You're like...
balloon.
You're like a balloon in the beginning, but after 2 minutes, it's like slowly coming back to normal.
Yeah.
And that's why it's obligatory to have to be okay for two
crashes.
Yeah.
Did you had any like crashes this year? Like
I had like a small kind of crash with no major damages. Like I bent the handlebar and handguard.
Yeah.
But that was about it. The other crashes was mostly sand crashes, like wrong maneuver, stoppie, boom, or in the sand dunes. it didn't went well, boom, these kind of things, not really worth mention.
Yeah, and then like sand dune riding, you know, like you probably know how to read the dunes, so like it's kind of like you.
Yes and no. You never really know, but with time and kilometers and like training, you kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
If it's curvy or if it's really broken.
Yeah, because it can be like slowly going up and then it's like down.
Yeah, broken dune. Yeah.
Broken dune, and you like watching on the telly. Obviously, it looks so easy. They're just jumping the dunes, living the life. You know.
Yeah, no, it's so much risks.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the pro guys jumping dunes, going like crazy and stuff.
But you never know what's on the other side.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And I was like, we were saying it's so much risk to do that. So just take it easy. There is a long day, so yeah, just enjoy surfing in the dunes.
Yeah. And what do you think the West returning again for the West, like the inflatable? Yeah, basically like that helps a lot, right? Or
yeah, definitely.
For the
definitely because just for the audience to know, it's like actually wearing like when it inflates. Just to have a visualize it, it's like wearing a vest, like a life vest in the sea. It's getting so big, so it's immobilizing kind of your helmet.
Yeah.
It protects all your core, and you're like.
Does it come up?
Yeah, it comes up like almost 10 centimeters.
Like the motocross.
Yeah.
The neck guard. Yeah.
It comes all around on the back. All your back, all here on the core, and on a little bit on the ribs. It comes like it goes like 10 centimeters.
Yeah. And that obviously helps if you crash. Like if you don't have a really heavy crash, but you have a kind of heavy-ish crash.
Yeah.
It helps you to be able to continue.
Yeah, for sure. It absorbs a lot of
without that,
impact.
You probably would be like you probably have to limp. Would be in a limp mode. Yeah. And like continuing with the stuff for Malle Moto, what you do during the day. So you basically you do the race. Yeah.
You do the race. You're coming back, and then you have two roads to choose. The one road is either the road, I'm calling it road just for the sake of it. One road is to take care of the rider. The other road is to take care of the bike. No matter what, you need to close this loop.
Yeah.
Like if you start with the bike. You finish the bike, you take care of the rider. If you start with the rider, you finish taking care of the rider, you start a little bit in the bike.
Yeah.
If you don't close the loop, then you are risking for the next day because if you don't take care of your bike and maintenance, then you don't know what is happening next day. And if you don't take care of yourself, then tiredness, it will ring your door. It will knock your door sometime the next day.
Yeah, so for like taking care of the bike, like what do you usually do every day?
Normally oil for sure. Engine oil is really
every day,
it's vital. Yes, tires we do every couple of days. Like you check the spokes, you check generally the engine. You took out the tanks to see if there is any corrosion, if it's something broken, if it's something loose, you check.
You take out the tanks, yeah?
Yes, there is on the replicas. It's really easy to take out the side tanks,
yeah.
Just to have a look inside. For definitely, you change filters, air filter, oil filter, and then like general check for loose bits like connectors and stuff like this, just to be sure that you will have the next day bearings. Generally you extensively check the bike from up to down.
Yeah, and you like all the spare parts you have to put in the Malle box? Yeah?
That's the one version. The other version is a little bit more luxury version. You just pay access to the KTM or Honda spare parts.
And you can go and buy it,
you can go and buy directly on demand.
Yeah. Okay, and
that's a little bit more luxury version.
Yeah. Yeah, that's convenient. You will have the all part. But you have to pay in advance, basically, like to be able to do it. Yeah.
Yes, right? You pay through your country's dealer. You pay for the access.
Yeah.
To be able to go shopping.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what you pay.
That's
if
exclusive.
you don't pay that, if you don't pay the access, you cannot go shopping.
So if you're like if you're doing the basically like the cheaper way without paying the access, like what happens if you run out of parts? You're done, yeah, right?
Yeah, or better be really good in begging people buying parts for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's actually
Yeah, because you can always play a little bit more side game, but
yeah. And like, like doing all the fixing thing, like you take tools with you, obviously.
yes, the tools, the organization have like a rack or how you call it, a trolley
Yeah.
with tools. But imagine like you need to split, let's say, 2 trolleys of tools with 25 people.
Okay, yeah. So it's running there.
Yeah, it's
easier just to
impossible.
take
It's
your own
impossible.
tools,
So you have a full set of tools, depending your needs or what you want to do.
Yeah.
You have it with you, like filters, tools, oil filters, some bolts here and there and stuff. I have them always on my box, and all the tools that you need to maintain your bike is better to have it with you.
Yeah, and you take like when you're going on the special stage, you take some tools with you, right? Or?
There is a special pocket, let's say, under the bike that you can carry some tools to make some bush mechanics.
Yeah, just basically to limp back.
Yeah, just basically to
zip ties. Zip ties forever.
Zip ties, duct tape, just to bring it back.
Is there any like things that wouldn't be usual that you would take? Obviously, like some spanners and things like that, but
no,
some secret tips for like getting your bike out of trouble.
Me personally, I'm taking also hoses that you can change the petrol from tank, the forward tank, rear tank, or like steel from another competitor. I'm taking 2 clutch plates with me, so if something happen and you kill the clutch, you put another clutch plate, so it can
That's
bring
one
you back.
friction plate and one.
Yes.
Yeah. So one each. One each.
So if everything is burned, you just put them inside, and then it will bring you somehow back home.
Yeah.
I have a bag, let's say, with a lot of screws, like mini stuff that you break, fuses and stuff, in case of needed. And then the tools of the bike and some duct tape to compound liquid metal, or how you call it.
Yeah.
For sure, duct tape, zip ties, and rope.
Liquid metal, that's basically the two part. Yeah,
yes,
the
2-part glue or something like that.
Yeah, you stick together and you can fix the case.
Yes. Then I'm carrying also with me another tape. I don't know how it's called in English, but it's the tape that if you rip off the silicone hose from the radiator, you can do it and it holds the pressure of the warm water. I don't know the word in English. It's like a chewing gum tape.
Okay, yeah.
It's a special one for.
And that's for like radiator hoses.
Yeah, if you cut the hose of the radiator, or if it's broken or something, you just doing it there and it holds for.
And the Dakar bike, it comes with some water. Like there is some regularly.
It had a 3-liter water tank on the skid plate, but now they cancel it since 2021.
Okay.
Now we convert there. I'm converting it and I'm putting a toolbox down there.
Okay.
To carry more stuff.
And you bring water, like when
it's
you ride?
Obligatory to have 3 liters water every morning for the start.
Yeah.
They're checking you. It's coming somebody. Giving you a tap on the back.
On the back, just to check, and it's probably you drink it by the 5th hour. Yeah.
The days with the dunes, you drink it really fast.
Yeah.
You're asking in the first or second refueling. You're asking, hey guys, can you please put me some water?
Yeah. And returning to getting ready yourself, you get the bike ready, so bike's ready.
Yeah.
For Malle Moto, you try to get done everything, and did you always do everything for the bike?
Yeah. I'm especially this year. Last year it was one section which I just left the bike because I had zero energy. I just needed to take care of myself. So it was like the episode. Let's say last year it was like I just went shower, I went physio because I was such in pain, and then I went straight in my tent. And I said to the bike, I curse you or bless you, just please do the day tomorrow and we'll see what is happening. This year I did everything as it should be. We did daily maintenance, everything nice, everything clean. Some days a little bit I was exaggerating. I was doing also a little bit of cleaning.
Okay.
And then I was Some days I sacrificed the physio
Yeah.
because I did more work on the bike, but it was how I was feeling at the moment, so no
Yeah.
regrets on that.
Yeah, and then for yourself, like you just arrive, you eat and...
Man, believe it or not, and our audience also, is like if you manage to find hot water, it's already a first luxury tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you try to eat 2 times. The moment that you arrive on the BV, and then before you go to bed, so the body has some fuel. And if it's a really nice day and you did everything nicely, you're going for physio.
Yeah.
And this gives you an incredible boost. And the more time you sleep, the better it is the next day.
Yeah. And how long is the sleep you get usually?
7 hours is a good day.
Okay. And bad day?
4.
Yeah. Okay.
4, 5.
And simple thing, but do you eat during the day as well whilst you're riding somehow? Or?
Really nice question. During the day, there is no food whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's like everything that you will eat, you need to carry it with you.
Okay.
So your nutrition, let's say, during the day, it consists from energy bars or energy waffles or like cereal bars or stuff like this.
If you stop basically for refueling,
you eat them there, yeah.
Yeah, just
you see everybody, because you stop for refueling and you have like a quarter or 20 minutes, and then you need to sacrifice, let's say, 5-6 minutes to waiting in the queue to refuel you.
Yeah.
Then to go toilet, then eat, then recover a little bit, clean your goggles, and then you're on the go again.
And refueling, that happens during special stages as well sometimes?
Yes, there is a neutralization time.
Okay, so you enter that and then...
Yes.
And how long you can be there?
Depending the days or the traffic that they have organized, it is from 15 minutes till 40 minutes.
Okay,
Depending
so you have a little bit of rest between...
Yes, the 40 minutes, it's really nice, but most of the times on the 40 minutes, it's a tricky section because you need to cover also 5 or 7 kilometers.
Okay, yeah.
So you're saying, I have plenty of time, but then you bye 10 minutes because you need to make the transfer on your own.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this year, like any interesting stories from this year?
This year, the really interesting story, which is also funny and scary at the same moment, is like the days that we had the 48 chrono, which is like the new setup that Dakar has. It was going really, really slow. It was like the kilometers of the stage was not coming out. It was like torturing slow. So we're reaching on the hypothetically end of the stage that we knew that is the refueling. But when we reached in the refueling, for our surprise, it was not the end of the stage. It was just refueling. The end of the stage was in 60 kilometers.
Okay, yeah.
And when we reached the refueling, it was already getting dark.
Yeah.
So last year I was unfortunate enough that I slept on the dunes because I couldn't. Then the night fall on, and I was on the dune, so I couldn't see. So this year I was so motivated and I pushed so hard for 20 kilometers because I had let's say 11 minutes before it's getting pitch black. So the moment that I got the refueling and I start, there were some dunes coming. So I drove so fast in the dunes. I had so much adrenaline pumping because I drove some dunes also in the dark, but I just said, I don't want to sleep again in the dunes.
Yeah.
End of story. It was like, I will not do it.
How you do it? Like when you sleep in the dunes, you didn't finish the special stage and that time, and you just basically stop and you see that's it, you can't go anywhere further. And
Yes, you sleep. You have to sleep on the dune if you want to stay on the race. Okay. Because you can also press the button and they come and pick you up, but then you are bye-bye out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just put your bike down and you obviously don't have anything with you.
Alu blanket is enough, and if you're lucky, they are throwing you some sleeping bags and some supplies. But
okay. That can happen as well, yeah?
It can happen, yeah. Last year, for example, it happened, but I never realized it. So I slept just with the clothes on.
Oh, so they dropped it near. So they bring a helicopter or
Yes,
yeah,
there is a helicopter.
and they bring you stuff like, and you.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like a lot of people like slept like there were other people that they did the sleep of their life with a duvet, with warm food, with a light. It was really funny last year. No, so this year it was like I said. I took a really big commitment inside me. I said I will not sleep again on the dunes.
Yeah.
So I was going ballistic fast. And then it got really dark. We passed the last dunes really dark. I was so in emotion or in adrenaline pumping. Then we did some of the normal stage, normal pistes, let's say. And we are reaching on the checkpoint that it was hypothetically the sleep.
Yeah.
And the guy there, the marshal, is saying as really natural, hey guys, the checkpoint is not yet closed. If you want, we are closing in 7 minutes. And I'm like asking with a big question, it's like, what does this mean? He said, if you want, you can continue. Pitch black. I was like, really? He said, yes. And I said, I will only make you one question. Is there any dunes on the next 60, 70 kilometers? He said, no, nothing. I said, bye-bye. And I drove another 2 hours in the dark just to reach the second,
one,
the second, let's say, regrouping or sleeping camp, because it would have been much easier for the next day
to do less,
to do less kilometers and be back on the bivouac earlier to have time to maintain the bike.
So, like, if there is more than like one camp spot, basically, like, how do they know? How do they know where to bring your stuff? Basically,
they don't.
They don't.
You just end up in a camp and they deliver you survival food, let's say, military food that you warm it up with reactor.
Yeah.
They give you a sleeping bag, a tent, and a mattress that is like that you put two napkins together.
Okay. So you don't really get access to your box on the
nothing.
on that 48 hours.
Absolutely nothing this day.
Yeah.
It was a really funny story. I said it also to a podcast that we did with another friend. I said it was first time in my life that I used my boot as a pillow. Because you had nothing else.
Yeah.
The clothes I was wearing it because I was really feeling cold.
Yeah.
So I just literally used my boot, my left boot, for a pillow. So it was really, really funny. It was really cold night, really fun environment, but I really worth doing it because you had nothing else to do.
Yeah. But I saw this year that there was like people, like some got further, some stayed there. But that was planned, right? Or that wasn't planned by the
it was
just
not
happened.
Planned. It was like, it had to do with your power and how fast you can do the kilometers needed.
And on that day, the team riders as well, they do the same thing, yeah? They like
everybody.
They get their survival kit, and
it was like, if we can use this word, it's equalizer.
Yeah.
Because the 48 chrono and the marathon stage, it equalize pro riders, team riders, like factory, semi-factory, satellite, with all the rest, because you have access to the same things.
Yeah.
It's whatever you carry on you. I mean, the marathon day, it was also really nice. I enjoyed it so much. We were sleeping on bedweed tents.
Yeah.
So we were 50 people sleeping and snoring together next to next to each other. It was like really army feeling. So this is really nice.
Yeah.
Nice, spicy feelings that you have every day.
And how is like you know like the riders who do Dakar, like how is the feeling from like are they all friendly and like how, or they're like competitive? How do you feel?
Let's say it with numbers. The front 30, 35 riders, they are super competitive. Eyes on the prize, and no much talking, like no fun, they're just serious, like this. Then it starts like a range of 20, 30 riders that I want to be a little bit serious.
Yeah.
And then it starts the fun part. Then it starts the jokers and the funny part and just enjoy riding, and they're there for the finishing medal.
Yeah.
This is the category that I really love.
And that's mostly Malle Moto. All of them are pretty much like that, yeah.
Malle Moto, we were 25 this year. If you take out the 6,
Okay.
the rest was this. The rest was honestly just surviving.
Yeah.
It was the tick. It was okay. We're alive today. Tick. Let's go.
I think that was off camera. You told me about the guy who were smiling all the time. Yeah, like
yeah,
who finished last. Yeah.
I mean, we said off camera that literally this year, I will not say the country and stuff. It was a guy that pretty much the first week was sleepless.
Yeah.
He was coming super late. He was fixing his bike half of the night, then setting up his tent. Then alarm was ringing like, wake up, we need your stuff, the truck is leaving.
Yeah. And you said he's smiling, you know?
Yeah, he was,
the time,
he was smiling, he was full of energy. He was like, we don't know if he was a dope or he was just a non-stop adrenaline rush. But
yeah,
he was cheering us up.
Yeah, probably at that point you're like, you're worn out. You're like...
Yeah, for sure.
Knackered. Like, knackered probably isn't the right word. You're like... Yeah,
you're empty.
That body walking, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And like, you know, for what would be your advice for someone who would want to do Dakar, but maybe like in a more survival, like mode in Malle Moto, or would you recommend Malle Moto?
Yes, for sure. I will say something strong, but for me there is no other way now after I tried a little bit both. Yeah. There is no other way doing it. If you want to live the experience, you need to go to take the full package.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all in, as a friend is saying. It's like, this is the thing. The rest is just bling bling and shiny things. If you want to really feel the spirit of Dakar and the survival and everything, you need to go Malle Moto or Original by Motul or whatever they call it, or they will call it in a few years. And that's the only way. Because you're becoming instantly, day 1, day 2, you're becoming instantly family with your guy next to you, which you will never have it on a team. Yeah. Never, ever. I sign you on that. You will never have it. Yeah. Because
you always like help each other, right?
Yes, because your better version of your chances that you have to finish is the other guy with the red font, because nobody else will stop. Yeah. Nobody. You were seeing, it was an incident this year. The number 4 on the ranking of the Original by Motul category, he had a problem with the injector. You were seeing all the team guys, they were passing. They were not even stopping. They were seeing that he's alive. Okay, you're alive. Okay, fuck it. Yeah. They were leaving. And you were seeing also on the heli camera, only red fonts that were stopping. Hey, Mike, are you okay? What do you need? Yeah. Do you have injector? Sorry, man, I don't have an injector with me, but I have a towing rope. Okay, give it to me. Black. Then the other one is like, hey, try this, try that. It was only red fonts that they stop, and because you know that the struggle is real. Yeah. And the only way of coming out is somebody else helping you, or you helping somebody else. Yeah. And it's, like people are like, to go to Dakar, it's kind of like fulfilling your like lifelong dream. It costs a lot of money, I presume. And let's take this out of the equation, because people would get crazy with the money that you need to do these things. But for other people, Dakar is like they're doing a Dakar and then they make tattoos all over the body, or they just feel fulfilled. It's something that if you do it, nothing can take it out of you. Like it's a feeling, it's a thought, it's you on a different version after 2 weeks of pain, suffering, struggle, and all the package. Yeah. Like I saw somewhere on the internet, basically like a guy, he sold his house or something, like just to do Dakar. Yeah, basically like. Yeah, this year we had a really nice German guy. He mortgaged his house of his mom to do the pre-races and race Dakar. Crazy, yeah. And I was like, so it's I'm happy that you're 22. You will work a lot of years to just make it through, because this is crazy what you do.
Yeah. And I saw like from the factory side, like was it Yamaha or something? There was guys stuck between some rocks, and basically like their teammate just like went past. They like, yeah. And he's like, oh, come on, help me.
Yeah, this is.
And I think someone from Malle Moto stopped or some.
But this is real. This is what you see. You see clips, but this is real. No, if you're, let's say, I'm sorry hearing, if you're not dead, and if you're moving, nobody cares for you.
Yeah.
They will not stop. They will not stop. You're just like, okay, you're moving. Oh, your bike is broken. Yeah, one position more up for me. Bye bye. And they're going. This is the real real feeling. And you're like, hey, dude, like, you could be next. You could hit the stone, and then you would need the help. Why you act like this?
Yeah. Crazy. Would you ever wish that you could travel back in time and participate in like one of the first Dakars?
Yeah, I would. I said it a million times in myself. I would love to do the South American ones, and I would definitely like to do one of the Dakar on the 80s or early 90s with all the real romantic Dakar that you would just, with all the crazy, like, unbelievable, like, myths for bikes that they were using.
There was it was crazy times back in the day, like with all kinds of weird things. And so
bikes with 55 liters of fuel.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine
the 2 cylinders, and like huge bikes. And so what are the plans for next year?
The thing is, we already have an open, let's say, sponsorship, let's say, opportunity to do it again.
Yeah.
In the same category, just to, let's say, to make better performance. And it's something which is not my cup of tea. I like to enjoy, and when it's getting the request or the obligation for performance, it's like, it's destroying my thing. I would like to do, with a friend of mine, Steve, we would like to do probably Eco Africa, that it's going through the old routes of Dakar Rally, or kind of the old routes. But we'll see. There are some things to do. Definitely, I will not hang my boots yet.
Yeah.
I love this game, and I love it a lot. But there will be rallies next year.
Yeah.
Smaller, bigger, because we love it. But I don't have a complete plan, because honestly, as we said, I just flew.
You just flew in, like,
flew back before
this
2 hours.
What's the time? It's 7 p.m. now, and you flew in at 8
yeah,
o'clock
it's
from
not 12 hours
Dakar,
that I'm here, so
so yeah,
it needs some time to settle down.
Yeah, settle in, and Dakar probably maybe again sometime in the future.
Could be, yeah. The problem is, if we can say problem, that the next years is again in Saudi.
Yeah.
So I did 3 years in Saudi, and it's kind of getting
similar. Sure.
Yeah, familiar.
Yeah.
I would not say similar. I would say familiar.
Yeah.
You know what to expect. You know the stones. You kind of know the dunes. So definitely, I would say to myself, if it changed continent or something, I would be the first one. Hey guys,
send me in.
Yeah, I'm here. I want to try the new era. But
if you have done it before, like, do you have to still do like the pre-races? Or?
If it pass more than 10 years without being active, you need to do again all the.
Okay, but now for now, if you do it the next like 5 years, you could do it
now you
without
just send your invitation, your application, and you're 90.9% in.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't have, like, because there are categories. There's the finisher, and then there is the one that if you lose one day, you can continue. I don't remember the name now. It's
1 day in time, you mean? Or
no, but you maybe have a mechanical issue, or you have a crash, and then you skip 1 day, and then you can rejoin.
Okay.
Then it's the Dakar Experience metal. It's not the Dakar finisher, it's the Dakar Experience. Even if you're a Dakar Experience finisher, then they will also accept you again.
Cool.
It's, let's say, if you get in the system, then it's easier to roll.
Cool. So thank you very much, Vasilis, for talking to me. And
Pleasure, guys.
I need to show this medal.
sure.
Yeah, this is, oh man, like, this is so heavy. Yeah, thank you very much.
Pleasure, man.
So this is it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell notification button so you don't miss out on future episodes. Also, check out my other videos that I have already on my channel. If you would like to get more involved in these podcast episodes, you can always ask questions to my guests. And that is done on my Instagram, which is like basically that's the name of my Instagram, adventuremoto.eu, or you can check the link below in the description. So thank you for watching and see you at the next one.